Hello everyone, this is Big Money Chasing Big Money by Copy Trading on BitGet. In this video, I will show you some interesting trader profiles in BitGet's copy trading platform, which include some traders that were requested for analysis by the members of the community. I will perform my super detailed analytical investigation to see if the big guns in trading are actually turning profits or not. A couple months ago, I attended a Twitter Spaces event, which was organized by BitGet, and the topic was, of course, copy trading. The attendees were some OG traders of the platform, key stakeholders at BitGet like the product manager, who oversees the copy trading product itself. Of course, the usual question came up, which is how to select traders to copy. While there was mostly common knowledge being shared, like doing research before you start copying, of course, they didn't go into the details of how to actually do the research itself. However, one of the speakers mentioned two interesting points to look out for when selecting a trader for copying. One was to avoid traders who traded 50x leverage, which was quite strange as most of the traders on the platform use nothing else, and users can actually change the leverage anytime. But the other thing caught my attention, which was to check traders with high AUM, which is the assets under management. The logic behind it was that if the trader manages a huge amount of assets, it means that the big value copiers trust the trader with their money, and also that those traders would behave in a disciplined way and not get carried away with too much risk, as the burden of responsibility of handling such a huge amount would prevent them from going crazy with positions. At first, it seemed logical for me, but this train of thought was a bit odd considering the majority of the traders that I see on BitGet. So I selected a few of them with the largest AUM records and I put them under the good old big money analysis treatment just to see how reliable this approach is. So I'm going to fire up BitGet and see what I find. Alright, so let me sort it the proper way. Okay, first is Komarobi with more than $3 million under his management. Unfortunately, he's been trading for 56 days, which is really not enough. Riasat, 53 days, not enough for analysis. Ethanol is 55 days. Usually I would need at least 3 months of data to conduct a proper analysis, but preferably even 6 months. This Lamborghini account is again under 60 days. Moon Gladys, let's see, 41 days. Again, not enough. Let me see if I could actually find something. Okay, this is close enough with 70, but still short. Amiro, okay, this is 69. And let's see the next page. Okay, so Wuduk Tan Long, been trading for almost a year. Win rate is not very impressive. Let's see the monthly results. Oh, okay. These are looking quite horrible, to be honest. This is not the right direction. Let's see the history. Oh, a lot of red. Here too. Oh my God, this is horrible. Yet he manages almost $1 million. This is quite surprising. So he has the benefit of the doubt. Let me go and analyze his trades. So after analyzing 1,000 transactions historically, what I can see is that to my biggest surprise, he ended up in profit considering the last, 8 months. So yeah, quite interesting. One other interesting aspect is that I checked the assets that he's trading, and he trades 40 different assets. Obviously, the most frequently traded one is Bitcoin, but this is not very reassuring to me. The most professional traders usually select 1, 2, or maybe 3 different assets to trade on, but definitely not everything that is available. So yeah, a bit of a surprise here. And also, I don't really like these swings between losses and profits. For me, this is a no-go. I'm surprised, to be honest, about the result. Also surprising to see how much he has under management. But for me and my goals, he is not suitable. Next one on the list is Jason with 229 days of records. Let's see his monthly progress. All right, this is what I like to see. Slightly increasing P&L. Also, the total income is a very, very nice graph. So this is good. History looks quite impressive, I have to say. Open orders. Okay, he has some open in red. Okay, that's 24 positions open at the moment. This is not the best, I have to say. I would be cautious with him based on simply the first glance. But let's go and see how he actually performs historically. After analyzing 1,000 transactions by Jason, what I can see is that he trades nothing but 50x leverage and only BTC and ETH. His result is quite alright, I have to say. I obviously changed the leverage to be 10x and make calculations based on that. And the result is quite impressive. You know, there is no red month. However, there is one thing which is like super concerning, is the number of trades open per day. I mean, I don't see any logical reason why anyone would need to open 46 positions a day. I mean, that's just insane. That is also the reason why I could only analyze back to 4 months of data, because the history in BitGet only allows me to download 1,000 transactions and not more. But we'll get back to that later on. Another very interesting trader profile is Origin. I get a lot of questions about him. Obviously, he has been trading for almost 500 days with BitGet. If I check the monthly graphs, you see one is looking down and the other is up. In these cases, always check the history and the open transactions. History looks alright, looks quite impressive. But when you see actually what is kept open, it's really scary. Like, these are more than 50, 60, 70, or even more transactions open. So it's insane. Actually, if you take a look at this is a long position open since last summer. So pretty much what he does is he opens like countless transactions, and whatever turns green, he closes it, and the red ones are just kept open. Probably he has like a huge budget to accommodate all this. Otherwise, it would be impossible not to get liquidated. So I can advise everybody to stay away. Now, there was an interesting request from one of you guys to analyze HCSD. Now, without the trader ID, I can only search by name, and it turns out that HCSD is actually a team with different traders, with different results. So these are not copycat accounts. This is probably like a trader clan or a trader team. So let me just analyze one which has the longest history on BitGet. I think this is this. Yeah, okay, almost 500 days of history. Let's just see the monthly graph. Both are looking up. So this is reassuring. Okay, let me fire up Excel and do a proper analysis. All right, now if you take a look at what he does here, is quite standard. 50x leverage, 2 asset pairs being traded. I set the leverage to be 20x on my side, and the net profit from 7 months is over $500. So this is really good. Okay, it's true that there were 2 red months, January and March. January, I can understand. Like, that was really like the massacre month. But March is a bit odd. I don't really understand how March could have been so bad. But it seems like he's trading back the losses, so it's not quite bad. I would say that it would be really, really interesting to analyze the trades of the other team members of HCSD and see if there's a pattern of trading that they apply, or maybe they just agree on directions and trade accordingly. I'm not sure, but what is certain is that these guys definitely deserve some attention. So I will put them on my list to monitor, and if I see something interesting, I will share it with you guys. Another request was to analyze the trader called Lamborghini. Unfortunately, there are several accounts with the same name, so I'm just going to analyze the one which appears to have the longest records. I mean, 231 days. Let's see the monthly graph. Both are looking upwards, so this is quite all right. Let me check the orders. History looks okay. Open transactions. Okay, these positions, 11 open positions in red. This is, let's say, within the acceptable range. So let me fire up Excel and see what it looks like. After analyzing the historical records of this trader, what I can say confidently is that I am not going to copy him. January was a bad month for most of the traders, but to lose this amount of money and make back so little is just not really a good idea. Alright guys, that is all for the trader analysis. Don't forget that there is a tutorial on the channel that shows you how to perform this type of detailed investigation. Unfortunately, this process is quite time consuming because I had to manually copy and paste the historical records from the web to an Excel file, and to make things worse, the history is kept at 1,000 transactions. So I would like to ask for some community help here. Please get in touch with BitGet either by sending an email to support@bitget.com or by chatting with customer service, requesting a feature which would allow copiers to download the entire historical records of a trader with just one click. Just to place a button to the trader profile which would let the copiers make their own research of the entire trading history of the trader, not just 1 month or 1,000 transactions. I know for a fact that BitGet listens to the requests of the community. They implemented features based on user feedback before, so I hope that if enough tickets are being opened with the same topic, they will develop this feature eventually. Alright everyone, this is all from me today. I have several ongoing topics under research. I will try to finish the videos as soon as I possibly can. Also, I have published a grid trading strategy that is available to copy for anyone who is interested. You can find it by going to Copy Trading, Strategy Copy Trading, scrolling down to Top Strategies, See More, and entering Pig Money into the search field. It is the 2K USDT pair, completely free of charge to copy. I will publish some more grids if I find profitable pairs to build a grid on. Remember guys, trade safe, big money out.